Hello everybody, it's that college football guy here in another video. Yeah, I'm here at the house. Time for our final schedule preview, and we're going to talk about Notre Dame. Last of the Power 5. At the beginning of the season, I told everybody I was going to do everybody in the ACC, regular members of the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, SEC, the American, the Mountain West, and the Sun Belt. Well, came into the fact we had the subscriber school rankings, which is going to be coming up. I'll probably doing that video tomorrow. And two subscriber schools which are not in those conferences are Notre Dame, because Notre Dame's not a full member of the ACC, and Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State's going to be the last one I do because that's the last of the group of fives. But right now we're doing a scheduled preview for Notre Dame. Now, one thing I want to say about this. Everybody has been doing videos about the SEC's 2024 schedule. I decided not to do a video about it because it's pointless and everybody's beating it to death. Why is everybody complaining on their opinion on this? Why did the SEC only want to do 8 games? This is the reason, folks. Think about it. The Big Ten's deal is worth $75 million for 9 games. The SEC's deal is worth $55-60 million for 8. You want that 9th game? Pay more money and we'll give you the 9th game. We're not going to give you a 9th game for free. So they basically have told ESPN and the other partners, you want the 9th game? Reopen negotiations and increase that money, and we'll give you that 9th game. Although Florida right now, I have to say that Florida scheduled the worst schedule in college football in 2024. You have an 8-game SEC schedule. You have, I forgot who they scheduled for the FCS. And then you decide to schedule everybody else, pretty much everybody else, Power 5 in the state of Florida. You've got your annual game with Florida State, you scheduled Miami, and you scheduled UCF. So you've got 11 Power 5s and 1 FCS in 2024. Y'all might win 1 game. I mean, shoosh. And Billy Napier, Sunbelt Billy's 3rd season, which is usually the death knell for Florida coaches. But we're going to do the scheduled preview for Notre Dame. Now, normally when I'm doing the conference previews, I do non-conference games from last season and this season, and conference games last season and this season. There's no non-conferences to do for Notre Dame because they're not in one. Now, what we are going to do is just basically go through the schedule from last season and this season. We're going to break down how many Power 5 opponents they have last year and this year. How many road games they have. We'll decide after that which one's tougher. Okay, so first off, last season's schedule. Started off at Ohio State and lost 21-10. Then home against Marshall and got upset. Huge one, lost 26-24. 0-2 to start. Not good. Home against Cal, won 24-17. At North Carolina, they won 45-32. Then they got the bye week. Then they had a neutral site game at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas against BYU, where they won 28-20. They played Stanford at home, lost 16-14. UNLV traveled to South Bend to play them 44-20, and UNLV played Notre Dame, and Notre Dame beat UNLV 44-21. They were at Syracuse and won 41-24. Home against Clemson, won 35-14. And the other rivalry game they play every year, because they play 2 every year. Home against Navy. This is going to be, they try to play in every year anyway, but it's in Baltimore they're playing it where the Ravens are playing. I think it's not AT&T. I forgot the name of the bank. The name of the bank that holds it, but the name of the stadium. But they win 35-32. They were home against Boston College, wins 44-0. And then the game they do play every year, and that's at USC, and they lost 38-27. And in the Gator Bowl against South Carolina, they won 45-38, finishing the season 9-4. And they do play Navy every year because they're going to be playing this season. They have a Week 0 game against Navy in Dublin, Ireland. Then they have Week 1 against Tennessee State, at North Carolina State, home against Central Michigan. This is all next year. Next year's games are Navy, Week 0, Tennessee State, Week 1, at home. At NC State, home against Central Michigan, home against Ohio State, and then home and home. At Duke, at Louisville, home against USC. Then they get the bye. Home against Pitt, at Clemson, but the second bye. They get 2 byes because they had a Week 0 game. And then home against Wake Forest, and then at Stanford. Oh boy. Okay, let's look at here. Well, let's see here. They had Ohio State, Cal, North Carolina. BYU Power 5 Independent. And a lot of people don't say it. So BYU, Stanford, Syracuse, Clemson, Boston College, USC. 9 Power 5 opponents. This season, we have NC State, Ohio State, Duke, Louisville, USC, Pitt, Clemson, Wake Forest, Stanford. 9 Power 5 opponents. So that has not changed in their schedule. They still schedule 9 Power 5 teams every year. Now, how about this? Let's do which one's tougher, folks, okay? The road, way we describe this, I judge these, is the road games. Who did you play on the road? At Ohio State, last season. At Ohio State, at North Carolina, at Syracuse, at USC. That's kind of tough, especially at Ohio State and at USC. 4 road games. North Carolina wasn't exactly easy either. It was Syracuse. And this season, at NC State, at Duke, at Louisville, at Clemson, at Stanford. Even though it's 5 games, I got to say last season's schedule was tougher. Because of at USC and at Ohio State. That's tough. And you got Ohio State and USC this season at home. So because of that, I got to say last season's tougher. But why don't you let me know down in the comments what you think about this. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Please, if you haven't done it already, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, smash the like button. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. 2 questions. First question is, do you think which schedule was tougher, last season's or this season's? And second question is, they finished 9-4 last year. Think they have a shot of finishing in a better record this season? Let me know you're down in the comments. And subscribe to the channel. We cracked 400. Thank you, everybody. We cracked 400 subscribers. Now I get to start to have the hunt to 500. But on the way to 1,000. We're slowly but surely getting there. So thanks, everybody, for watching this video. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Be safe out there. And please, be good to each other.